to everybody. shekinah.americas, I believe. I'm so happy to be part of this program. Thanks for inviting me to this program, shekinah.americas, I believe. I'm Father Jomon Kalladanthiyil. I'm a Holy Cross religious from the Congregation of Holy Cross, working, ministering in Montreal, Canada, at St. Joseph's Oratory, the largest church dedicated to St. Joseph in the world, founded by Saint Brother Andre. I've come here today with a major relic of Saint Andre Bissett, the founder of the Oratory. The Oratory welcomes millions of people every year. And this major relic of Saint Andre was exposed for the first time in the Olympic Stadium of Montreal just after the canonization of Brother Andre in 2010. But everything started as a small, tiny thing. Alfred, that was his name. Alfred was born in Mont Saint Gregoire, in a small village near Montreal, Canada. And he was about to die at his birth. He was fragile and weak, and his parents, Clotilde Foissy and Isaac Bissett, had a lot of faith in God. And they gave him emergency baptism. And the next day, the little baby was rushed to the priest. And this baby grew up, and he lived for long years, 92 long years. And he brought in healings and miracles from God to thousands of people around him. He was a man of prayer. He had a lot of faith in God. But he lost his parents when he was young. His father died when he was 10 years old. His father was a woodcutter. He was a carpenter. A tree fell on him. And his mother died when he was 12 years old. She died of tuberculosis. And so there were 12 siblings. Alfred and his siblings were scattered when parents died. They went from one village to the other, from one family to the other. And Alfred had no schooling. He could not go to school because he had no means of going to the school at that time. He was poor. And at the age of 20, he decided to leave Canada to go to the United States of America, hunting for jobs. And he was in the northeast part of the US, in Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York, Boston, Rhode Island. He was roaming around in different places, looking for jobs. He could not remain in one place for a long time. Nobody wanted to keep him for too long time. Why? Because his health was not good. He could not work. He could not eat, he could not sleep. He was fragile. And at the age of 20, he went to the US, and at the age of 24, he came back to Canada after 4 years of life in the US. And then he went and met with his pastor in the village, Father Andre Provençal. His parish priest was kind and compassionate, listening to him. Alfred told him that he wanted to become a religious brother. And Father Andre Provençal told him that there was no problem. Father Andre knew him from his childhood. So he said, "You are a good person. I know you from your childhood. I know your family. I know your parents. Your parents have a lot of faith, and you have a lot of faith. You're a good person. You go and knock at the doors of different religious communities, somebody will accept you." But nobody accepted him when he went and knocked at the doors of different religious communities. Why? Because his CV was not good. He had no formal schooling. His health was poor. He could not work. Nobody wanted to have a burden in the community. So he returned to his priest, Father Andre Provençal, and he told him that nobody wants me. Can you please help me? And Father Andre said, "Yes, I'll help you." And he wrote a beautiful letter of recommendation for Alfred Bissett. This letter was addressed to the Superior Provincial of the Congregation of Holy Cross in Montreal, in Canada. And in that letter, Father Andre wrote, "Today I am sending you someone who cannot do anything. But he can do one thing. He can pray. He is a man of prayer. Prayer does work. Prayer is strong. Prayer connects us with Jesus. Prayer is powerful. We have heard that the family that prays together stays together. This is said by Venerable Patrick Peyton. He was also a Holy Cross priest. So Alfred was a man of prayer. And in the letter, Father Andre Provençal wrote, "Today I am sending you a saint." And with this letter, Alfred goes to Montreal to meet with the Superior Provincial of the Congregation of Holy Cross, and he was accepted in the community. He pronounced his vows after 1 year of novitiate and discernment. He became a brother, and he changed his name from Alfred to Andre in order to honor the priest who wrote the recommendation letter. Brother Andre of the Congregation of Holy Cross. He got his first job. He got his first appointment. He was appointed as a doorman of Notre Dame College. Notre Dame College is a big, huge college run by the Holy Cross in Montreal. And Brother Andre's job was to just open the door and close the door. So simple. How can somebody become a saint by opening the door and closing the door? And that during 39 long years. He was a doorkeeper for 39 years. Well, he became a friend to all the people, to all students and teachers and parents who entered through that door. Thousands of them entered through that door. And he invited them to come and pray with him in the chapel inside the college. And some of them started going to pray with him. Some of the students started to go to pray with Brother Andre. And when Brother Andre prayed, healings and miracles took place. Gracious blessings came from God for people around him. One of the students said, "Brother Andre, I'm sick. I have terrible back pain. I cannot sit in my classroom. Can you please help me? Pray for me." And Brother Andre prayed for him through the intercession of Saint Joseph. And this boy got instant healing. And one of the teachers was sick with cancer. And the doctors told that she would die in 3 months' time. And so she heard about Brother Andre's prayer, and she approached him and asked for his prayers. She said, "I would continue to live. I would like to live for some more years to do a lot of good things for my students and my children at home. Can you please pray for me? Ask for a healing from God." And Brother Andrew said, "Yes, I'll pray for you, but you go home, do a novena to Saint Joseph. Go examine yourself after 3 months and get me the medical certificate. You'll be all right." And this is what happened. She just obeyed and she got a healing. And she came back with a medical certificate to thank God, to thank Brother Andre. So Brother Andre was known to be the miracle man of Mount Royal, because when he prayed through the intercession of Saint Joseph, miracles took place. And people believed in it. And Brother Andre wanted to build a church for Saint Joseph because he always prayed through Saint Joseph. He had a great devotion to Saint Joseph. He got permission to build a small chapel. He, along with his friends, built a small chapel on the mountain, Mount Royal, in 1904. And when the church was completed, Brother Andre was asked to move to the new church. He got his second appointment. That was to be the guardian of St. Joseph's Oratory. Oratory means prayer house. Ora in Latin is prayer. So Brother Andre asked for a priest because he was appointed in the church. He asked for a priest to celebrate the Mass because Brother Andre always believed that all miracles came from God. He said, "I don't do any miracle. I am a simple, humble instrument of God. I pray through Saint Joseph. God, Jesus Christ, performs all the miracle." So he asked for a priest because he wanted to receive Jesus in the Holy Communion. He wanted to give Jesus to all the people who came to pray with him. But the superior said, "No, I have no priest. All are busy. They have their own churches. You, Brother Andre, you go alone. You're doing well. You're praying for people. A lot of good things happen. Continue your mission." And Brother Andre said, "No, I need to get a priest." The superior said, "Fine, I'll give you a priest, but he has a problem. He's blind. He cannot see. He cannot say the Mass. 100% blind." Brother Andrew said, that's fine. Give me the blind priest. And to Father Clement, to the blind priest, Brother Andrew said, Father, say the Mass tomorrow. Father said, no. Father said, no, I cannot say the Mass, I'm blind. Everybody knows about that, right? And Brother Andrew said, no, you will say the Mass. What happened to the priest? He was restored from his blindness. He was healed. He got back his vision. Father Clement starts saying the Mass. Brother Andrew beside him. Thousands of people came to the new church, to the chapel, to the oratory. And they were all standing outside because this is a small chapel for 20, 25 people to sit in there. People were standing outside in the cold winter. In Montreal, it can be very cold during winter, a lot of snow. So they asked for a big church, and the project was made to build the largest church dedicated to St. Joseph in the world. That is St. Joseph's Oratory today, visited by millions of people every year. Thousands of people come there every day. Brother Andrew was very popular. He was known to be the miracle man of Mount Royal. So he had a lot of friends. That was natural to have a lot of friends. He prayed for them. A lot of good things happened. So people flocked. And so some people were against him. Why? Because he was very popular. He was a good man. He was doing a lot of good things. So when we do good things also, some people can be against us. And so one of the doctors, medical doctors in Montreal, was all against Brother Andrew. And he said, Brother Andrew is not a good person. He cannot do any healing. I am a doctor. I am a medical doctor. I prescribe medicine and I bring healing to people. You know what happened to the doctor? His wife was terribly sick. She was about to die at home, and she had a lot of faith in God. And so she asked her husband, the doctor, can you please go to St. Joseph's Oratory and meet with Brother Andrew and tell him that I need his prayers? I'm almost dying. He said, no, I cannot go to St. Joseph's Oratory. I will not meet with Brother Andrew. He is my enemy. I'm writing all kinds of articles against him in the newspaper. How can you ask me to go and meet with Brother Andrew? Then she said, listen, my dear, all these years you have been telling me that you love me so much. This is my last wish before I die. Can you please go to St. Joseph's Oratory, meet with Brother Andrew and tell him that I need his prayers. If you still love me, please do it. The doctor said, yes, I still love you. I'll go to the oratory. I'll tell Brother Andrew what you asked me to tell him. He climbs up the step to go to the oratory. There are 101 steps to climb up to the oratory. He goes and knocks at the door of Brother Andrew. Brother Andrew opened the door and he looked at the doctor and he said, Doctor, go home. Your wife is all right. And Brother Andrew closed the door. Now the doctor was very sad. Why? Because Brother Andrew did not give him much time to converse, to talk. He went home very sad. But you know what happened? When he reached back home, he saw his wife who was on the deathbed up in the kitchen. She was preparing a meal for him. So she said, hey, you went to the oratory, right? You met with Brother Andrew? He asked, how do you know? Here I am. I'm perfectly all right. I'm up. I'm preparing a meal for you. She got a healing when Brother Andrew said, Doctor, go home. Your wife is all right. Amazing. And so she had a lot of faith. Her faith saved her. She knew that Brother Andrew could pray and bring a healing from God for her. And this doctor got converted. He became a believer. Because of his wife's faith, he got a healing. He got a conversion. And he started writing all good things about Brother Andrew, started going to the church every day. Thanks be to God. God works wonders and miracles. Brother Andrew was known to be a miracle man. He was known to be the miracle man of Mount Royal. He used to travel quite a bit across Canada and the United States of America. He had this big project of building the church dedicated to St. Joseph, the largest church in the world. So he used to move around and share his project with all people around in Americas. Also, he used to visit a lot of families where there were sick and suffering people. So once he went to London, Ontario, maybe 800 kilometers travel from Montreal. He goes there by train. He went to meet with his friend whose name was Narcissus Canton. He was staying with Narcissus Canton. People in the locality in London, Ontario came to know that Brother Andre was there. So they all came to see him. So many hundreds of them came to see him seeking prayers. And they tried to stop the people, but Brother Andre said, no, send everyone. We'll pray for them. I want to meet with them. So he met with all people and he prayed for them. So then Narcissus said, come on, let's go for a walk. And then when they got out, Narcissus asked Brother Andre, have you ever driven a car? Brother Andre said, no, I don't know how to drive. Hey, come on, Brother Andre said, come on, I'm going to take my car. You get on to the wheel, I'll teach you. And so Brother Andre got into the car on the seat, driver's seat, and Narcissus sat beside him, started the car, he put gas into the ditch, gone. The car was into the ditch. Now, they did not know what to do. Narcissus said, don't worry. I got men. I'll call all the farmers. They'll come and help to get the car out of the ditch. So he called all the farmers. They were standing around the car. They were pulling the car to bring it up. And there was a little boy of this main farmer who was standing beside Brother Andre. So Brother Andre asked him, hey, little boy, what's your name? And this little boy could not pronounce his name because he had a problem of stammering. He was stammering. And then Brother Andre asked him again, hey boy, I'm asking you, what's your name? So this little boy was struggling. He could not really bring the word out to say his name. Then the farmer overheard Brother Andre asking him again and again his name. The farmer said, hey, Brother Andre, that's not nice. You should not treat my boy like that. He has a problem. He has a problem of stammering. He cannot talk. Brother Andre was kind and compassionate. He looked at the boy once again and he asked him, you don't need to talk like that, do you, my little son? He just touched him. The boy started speaking immediate. His stammering disappeared. Never again in his life he stammered. This little boy got a healing when Brother Andre touched him, prayed for him. Brother Andre died in 1937 on a cold winter day on January 6th. Do you know how many people came to Montreal for the funeral of Brother Andre, who wanted to say goodbye to him, who wanted to see him for a last time? Over 1 million people. This is the biggest funeral till date in North Americas. There is no other bigger funeral in Americas than the funeral of Brother Andre in 1937. All people loved him. Brother Andre became a friend, a true friend to all people around him in Americas. He became a true brother to all people around him. Now he is a saint to all of us. He is canonized saint in 2010, on October 17th by Pope Benedict XVI. Thousands of people gathered in Rome for the canonization of Brother Andre. Lots of Americans, Canadians traveled to Rome. But also there was a great gathering of celebration in the Olympic Stadium of Montreal to thank God for the life of Brother Andre, who has become a model of life for us in our time. He showed us that it is by doing simple things with greater love of God, that we can become a saint. We all have access to sainthood. It is not by doing extraordinary things that we become saints, but by doing simple things with a lot of love. When you come to St. Joseph's Oratory, you will see the relic of Brother Andre exposed there, but also you will see the heart of Brother Andre exposed in the oratory. You will also find the tomb of Brother Andre in the church, and people from all walks of life, Catholics, Christians from all denominations, Hindus and Sikhs and Muslims and Jews and believers and non-believers all come to pray at St. Joseph's Oratory. People who come with a lot of faith, their faith is deepened. People who come with shallow faith, they receive, they grow in their faith. And people who come as tourists, visitors who have no faith, they are challenged. And when they return home after visiting the oratory, they become pilgrims. They start searching God. It's a God experience when we come to St. Joseph's Oratory and when we pray with St. Brother Andre. My dear friends, today, in the presence of the major relic of St. Andre Besset here, I pray for all of you, for all your intentions, for your families. May God bless you, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.